Hey guys, Mr. Case here again to go over day 15 math work for the 3rd grade NTI packets. So, day 15, once again, not so much work. A little bit more work than day 14, but still a pretty light load compared to the beginning of the week. So, let's jump right into it. Alright, so the first math worksheet is going to look like this. So, let's talk about the top left corner. So it says a paper clip weighs about 1 gram, 10 grams, or 100 grams. So you just got to remember how small the paper clip is and which one you should circle. Then 4 cups are about, it's either 1 milliliter or 1 liter. So if we're talking about 4 cups, 1 milliliter is pretty small and 1 liter is it's a decent amount. So just try to figure out if 4 cups. Try to imagine if you had 2 jugs, one was 1 milliliter, one was 1 liter, which one could you fit 4 cups of water in? Okay. Then if you go to the top right, we just have 3-digit addition and subtraction. Pretty much review. I think you guys can handle that. In the middle there, we'll go straight into the middle. It says complete the fact family. So it says 5, 6, 30. So we need to go through and complete that. So if you look up fact family on Google, you will see a website called Splash Math. It kind of gives you an in-depth look at the how a fact family works. So it gives you numbers 5, 6, and 30. What you have to do is show how the 2 parts, 5 and 6, make the whole 30. So obviously, you're talking about multiplication here because 5 plus 6 is not going to give you 30, but 6 times 5 will give you 30. So you just have to draw out an image of how the 2 parts come together to make that whole. Once again, if you go to the Splash Math, type in what is a fact family on Google. The first website will be Splash Math. It gives a very good in-depth definition of what a fact family is. So that's should help with the middle part. So alright, bottom left. Represent the fraction using a number line. So 1/3. So your student should draw out a number line starting with 0, ending with 1. What goes between, we need a dot where 1/3 is on that number line. And then the last one, if you could only sell one of these items, which would you sell and why? So you gotta look at the graph and pretty much state which one you would sell if you were a salesman and why you would sell that one. If you look at the graph, it will give you the answer. So that is the first math part. Now the next is problem solving with addition and subtraction. So any of my kiddos, you'll notice I underlined all the important information. I think that's key when we're doing our math work. I use a strategy called the RATS method. It stands for read, annotate, take out, solve. So we need to go and read through the problem. So I'll use number 1 for an example. Melissa has 178 crayons. Melissa has 305 crayons. How many more crayons does Melissa have than Alyssa? So we read it. Let's annotate. Annotate means I'm going to underline or circle the important information. So when we're doing math word problems, there's usually a lot of junk in the questions, like information we just don't need. But usually, if you see a number, you're going to want to underline it. So as I went through, I underlined 178 crayons. 305 crayons, and then I underlined how many more crayons does Melissa have than Alyssa, because that tells me what I'm going to do with my problem. Am I going to add? Am I going to subtract? In this case here, we're going to subtract. So we want to know how many more Alyssa has than Alyssa. So you're going to take 305 and then subtract 178 from it, and that's going to give you your answer. Do not forget to write crayons after it. I know it seems silly, but that is our unit of measurement. That's what we're trying to solve for, is how many more crayons does she have. But if you go through Just read the problems. Number 3 can be tricky because there's a lot of information. But just take your time. There's no rush. And just make sure you read it carefully. I know I was talking about the RATS method when we talked about annotate. That T take out. So after you underline all that stuff, you're going to take that information out. So if I take 178, 305 and subtract out, it's going to tell me what I'm going to do. And then that last step, solve. All you got to do is solve the problem. So that's it for the math portion of it. I will actually get into our last part. One's just a word search with the spelling words. Simple, just gotta go through, find those. And then we have the vocabulary match. So it has our vocab words at the top, and then we just gotta put them down here. Once again, day 11 has that note sheet with the vocab words and their definitions. I would refer back to that, and I'll make this 100 times easier. But that is it for day 15, guys. Hope everybody is staying safe. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure you try to get out for some walks. Enjoy some fresh air. And just make sure you take a break this weekend. You guys have been working hard. You've been doing great. And I will see you guys Monday in the next video. Bye.